In Classic WoW, fishing is a trainable, secondary profession, which means you could learn it in addition to other main professions, such as alchemy, blacksmithing, and so on. Just like other professions, the max fishing skill you could get is 300, and to level it up, you simply have to fish. A lot of people may think fishing is boring or super time-consuming, but I think it could be a very relaxing way to decompress and even hang out with some friends when you need a break from all the action. On top of that, fishing can actually prove to be quite profitable, as certain fish are used with professions, classes, and more. And as a side note, many people choose to level cooking alongside fishing. These two professions have a synergistic relationship, as many cooking recipes require fish. Be sure to keep that in mind when fishing, or save your fish for later use. Now, let's dive right in. There are a total of 4 ranks of fishing that can be learned in Classic WoW: Apprentice, Journeyman, Expert, and Artisan. I made a table here that lists where you can learn all of these ranks of fishing. Basically, Apprentice and Journeyman can be trainable from any of the fishing trainers in a major city. All you have to do is ask a guard to point you in the right direction, and they will show you where to go. Now, as for Expert fishing, when you get to at least 125 fishing skill, you can head on over to Booty Bay and purchase Expert Fishing, the Bass and You from Old Man Henning for 1 gold. And as for Artisan fishing, you have to complete a quest, Nat Pagel Angler Extreme, from Nat Pagel himself, which we'll go into in a little more detail in just a bit. In order to fish, you need a fishing pole, which can be purchased from fishing supply and trade supply merchants. A basic fishing pole costs about 23 copper. I highly recommend you stock up on shiny baubles too, which is applied to your fishing pole as a buff. It'll help make catching your fish a bit easier and should also be available from wherever you purchase your fishing pole from. Now you're ready to begin. The best place to start is any starting zone like the Elwyn Forest or Durotar. Look for a body of water, whether it be a lake, pond, river, and walk up to it. You must be standing on dry land to fish. If you're floating inside the body of water, you won't be able to cast your line. You also cannot fish if you're in combat, so make sure your area is clear of enemies. Make sure your fishing pole is equipped in your weapon slot. Open up your spellbook and look for the fishing skill. You could drag the fishing skill to your action bar to make it easier to recast. Once you cast your first line, you'll know it was successful when you see a floating fishing bobber appear in the water in front of you. If for some reason it didn't land in the body of water, or it's too high level for you, you'll see an error message pop up. If you have sounds on, you could use audio cues as well. Right-click on the bobber to catch your fish. If your bobber never splashes and your progress bar fades, it means nothing was caught, and you could simply recast. Successfully catching fish and items from your bobber will count towards leveling up your fishing. So where do you level? I've listed a few suggested areas that you can level in, although you're never restricted to just those areas. If you find an area where your skill's not high enough, you'll receive an error message that tells you so. So let's talk about the Artisan quest. To become an Artisan, you must complete Nat Pagel Angler Extreme from Nat Pagel himself. The quest becomes available once you reach a skill of 225 and are at least level 35. The recommended level, however, is around 45, so be careful traveling to Dustwallow Marsh if you are a lower level. Here's Nat Pagel's location on a map. Once there, Nat Pagel will ask you to catch 4 rare fish. You can only catch these fish if you have the quest, and you're also unable to catch them if you're in a raid group too. Here are the required fish and where to find them. Feralus Ahi is located in Feralis. I have a pin on the map there that shows you the location, but the coordinates are 6251. Misty Reed Mahi Mahi is in the Swamp of Sorrows, around 9072. Got a pin on the map there for you to see. Sarthera Striker is in Desolus, around 2577. You can see the pin on the map there. It's on the west coast of Desolus. And the Savage Coast Blue Sailfin is in Stranglethorn Vale, around 3332 is where you could fish it up. Once you head to the approximate location for each fish, it shouldn't be difficult to catch each quest item. There won't be any specific pool or wreckage to fish in, just make sure you're in the right spot, sit back, relax, and wait to catch it. There's a number of different items that'll help you level up fishing. I made tables and charts for this as well, but in short, there's lures that increase your fishing skill, there's fishing poles that can give you fishing effects to increase your fishing skill, there's equipment that can increase your fishing skill, and there's also item enhancements, such as a glove enchant that gives you +2 fishing skill. That will also help your fishing. Now, one thing to note is that the Stranglethorn Fishing Extravaganza will not be live in Phase 1 of Classic launch. We plan to release a separate guide containing more information on this event closer to when it gets implemented into the game, so stay tuned for that. Schools of fish and wreckage are noticeable, whirl-shaped pool objects that appear in bodies of water. They're usually visible with the naked eye. With fishing, you could repeatedly cast your line in any area of open water. But with schools and wreckage, your bobber must land in the middle of these objects, and there are a limited number of casts that you could fish up from them. Some types of schools and wreckage include Firefin Snapper School, Floating Wreckage, Crater Sagefish School, Oily Blackmouth School, Sagefish School, School of Deviate Fish, Stone Scale Eel Swarm, and more. Did you know that different fish are able to be caught depending on the time of day? There are 4 separate time zones for fishing, with several fish only available at night and conversely, some only available during the day. For example, the chance of fishing up raw nightfin snapper and stone scale eel is dramatically increased at night, while not so much during the day. However, raw sunscale salmon is only found during daytime hours. On top of that, there are even seasonal fishing times too. Winter squid and raw summer bass are able to be caught only in their respective seasons. During the spring and fall, both could be caught but at lower rates. Making money. As stated earlier, fishing could be incredibly lucrative for you, even at low levels. Here are some more of the valuable fish, what they're used for, and how to find them. Deviate fish. School of deviate fish are located in the oasis areas around the barrens and waters inside whaling caverns. Alchemists use deviate fish for elixir of giant growth, and cooking can prepare savory deviate delight, a fun item that transforms the player into either a pirate or a ninja. Recipe savory deviate delight can be found off mobs in the barrens. As such, for the following reasons, this is why deviate fish can make you some extra money. Pearls. Big mouth clam can be found fishing off most coastal areas. When opened, these clams contain zesty clam meat, as well as rarely one of the following pearls: small lustrous pearl, iridescent pearl, black pearl, golden pearl. Golden pearl are the most rare and valuable of the pearls, as they're used for enchant weapon spell power, gloves of spell mastery, truth faith vestments, argent boots, mooncloth gloves, mooncloth robe, runed arcanite rod, and can usually sell for a nice amount of gold in the auction house. Stone scale eel. Fishing up stone scale eel is one of the best ways to make money. Alchemists use them to create stone scale oil, which in turn can create elixir of superior defense, flask of petrification, greater stone shield potion, as well as the ever so coveted flask of the titans. Farming these eels may be difficult, as there will be a lot of competition since they have so many uses. Competitive guilds will want them for endgame content. Alchemists will want them for crafting and selling, and they'll go for a pretty penny on the auction house. You'll need a 205 skill in fishing to begin catching them, which can be earned at a minimum of level 20. As stated in my fishing times breakdown above, stone scale eel is more easily farmed at night. Winter squid. Winter squid is particularly valuable because it's only available to be caught during the winter months out of the year. Cooks can use it to create grilled squid, a food buff that increases one's agility. Therefore, this fish may be particularly lucrative for those reasons. As stated in the introduction, fishing can prove to be a very relaxing, low-key way to make extra gold. Sure, it requires a little time and patience, but you may find yourself really enjoying how it can change the pace and slow things down a bit. There are many items that you will find in your fishing adventures. I haven't listed every single item that is possible to fish up, but you may find yourself discovering certain items, such as Message in a Bottle, or the One Ring, which you should probably toss in the fire in Blackrock Mountain, if you do find it. Whatever you choose to use fishing for, I wish you well in your journey. Thank you for checking out this video and guide. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any comments, feel free to sound off in the comment section below. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. You could also follow my live stream at Quissy TV over on Twitch, and Quissy TV over on Twitter. I look forward to chatting with you guys, and I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.